they're hoping that he'll be able to play before too terribly long.
Okay. Everything's so complicated today.
Used to be if you had a headache, you just had a headache.
Yeah, right? Heat frustration. You get headaches. You get headaches from that.
Infante lifts one to left center, and Pagan is there to play it. And that's the first down of the night. Well, I have never heard any player struck out Anderson, and that's the second out. Right-handed has always been Chipper's weaker side, but he actually has more home runs righty than lefty this year. Lifts one out to Francoeur in right, and Santana off to a good start, sets the Braves down 1-2-3. Mets come up in the bottom of the first with no score.
And the night's starter, the fifth starter for this ball club, Kenshin Kawakawa. And you can see right there in 22 starts, he's got a split finger, slider.
Again, the 0-2, and a curveball strikes out Pagan. So Kawakami gets the best of Pagan.
Play so much to pull where you can't cover the force out.
Castillo draws a one-out walk. Well, Kawakami ahead on Murphy 0-2, and he strikes him out, going up and away with a fastball. Second strikeout of the inning for Kawakami. Francoeur lines one into right center for a base hit. Castillo turns second. Diaz does a nice job cutting it off, so Castillo has to be held at third as Francoeur pulls in with a double.
Shorter season, correct?
It is, and there's ball four. Well, they also pitch usually every seventh day instead of every fifth day. Bounce slowly. In comes Chipper Jones, and he gets Tatis. Make it 4 for 49. Kawakami escapes the first inning.
But we're going to have some high winds, and I'm going to go to the beach. I'm off on Sunday.
We'll miss you. Castillo with a nice play going to his left. And McCann retired one away.
Well, they're supposed to be.
And he lines one to right field and stays up for Francoeur, 2 out.
Well, I'll tell you what, Escobar, from the day he stepped.
Grounds one right back to Santana. And the Gold Glover throws him out. 6 up and 6 down for Santana to start the night. Mets come up in the bottom of the second. Still no score. So has his playing time. Omir Santos has been playing more and more. Escobar throws out Schneider, one away.
I'll tell you what, and that's bad hop. That spells bad hop.
Greg bunt attempt popped up to LaRoche for the second out.
I can tell you, Gary, in the 70s, San Diego was an awful infield.
Before you got there, as Santana goes down swinging, the Mets shared the ballpark with the Jets. Pull down to first and past the dive of Daniel Murphy and down the line. LaRoche heads to second. And pulled down to first, and that's a fair ball. And that'll bring in the first run of the game. Back-to-back doubles by LaRoche and Church, and the Braves lead 1-0.
2 left-handers back-to-back, Gary.
Bunted toward third, and so Tatis does have to play it. And the sacrifice successful, moving Church over to third.
Line drive right at the right fielder to get the run in.
Fonte to center field. Pagan gets in front of it. Tagging at third is Church. And the throw from Pagan off line. 2-0 Atlanta. Sacrifice fly for Infante.
Fourth index is kind of a circle around the ball, on the side of the ball.
Pop up for Anderson Hernandez to handle. And that retires the side, but the Braves played a pair.
Certainly Tug would be right in that mix, but Don Cardwell, I would love to see him. That would be a joy for me, because he was the Kuzman and stuff. I mean, you got some guys that can really throw, and mechanics were all part of it. But he felt that you were going to get important, that is, along with the hitting that comes from, that is on a ball club.
So that quote that we posted a moment ago is Castillo and Murphy with back-to-back hits here.
He knew that in 5 days in a row, who was going to be on that mound, trying to stop this other ball club from doing X. That shows it on the field. But Gill was a guy that demanded it in a very quiet manner.
Castillo comes in to get the Mets on the board, and as the throw goes to the backstop, how much did that make a difference? That was a beautiful play by Infante to end the inning.
I pinch hit against Tom Seaver.
Good changeup by Santana. Strikes out Chipper Jones. Second strikeout of the night for Santana.
And then Tom struck out for the other guy for a third out.
Driven to deep right field by McCann. Frank Kerr looking up, and it's in the Pepsi porch. Brian McCann with his 15th home run of the year, and it's 3-1 Atlanta. Braves have really hit some bombs in this series. And that was another one.
Well, I want to see what this pitch was. He was good. Shoot.
Anderson Hernandez goes down to get it. And throws out Escobar for the second out. And it's up the middle for a base hit. So Diaz now 12 for 22 against Santana. And he drives this one to center field, but McCann is right there waiting for it, and that retires the side. But the Braves add a run. Brian McCann hitting one into the Pepsi porch in right field.
As far as where the positions of the cameras were going to be,
Schneider pops one up behind the mound.
Not to belabor a point.
And Escobar grabs it one away. Hernandez loops one to left field, and Gurecki easing back to make the play. 2 out. Pulled down to first and past LaRoche down the line. It rolls into the deep corner as Santana busts it for second. And takes the safe path with 2 out. Stops with his 3rd double of the year. Hit in the air to right. Diaz back. Side retired. So Kawakami works around the 2-out double by Santana.
I did not know that.
Bet you thought it was an older gentleman. Pulled into right field, and Church has another hit. So Ryan had 3 hits last night. A double and now a single.
You know, Gary Sheffield, just before Jerry met the media, actually walked into the clubhouse as Kawakami sacrificed. Santana going for the lead runner, and he gets him. Relay to first is not in time. A little high. Hernandez's throw pulls Castillo off the bag, but
toward the hole, and a base hit for Infante. Kawakami pulls into second. Second hit of the inning off Santana. Over the course of his career, periodically, of having these contract discussions in public. There's a base hit into left field for Gurecki, and now the bases are loaded. This team has had so many bad things happen to them this year. As Chipper hits one on the ground. Nice play by Hernandez. Out at second. Castillo to first. And in time for the double play. Beautifully done. 6-4-3. Hernandez and Castillo turning it over on Chipper Jones to get Santana through the inning. Outstanding play by both shortstop and second baseman. Only twice in his long career has he ever hit higher than that for a season, as he takes a called 3rd strike from Kawakami.
a lot of it is routine for him. He's talked to Alex Cora about getting set in his ways, and he drives one well the other way here, and Gurecki will haul it in. And Cora told him, look, you got to find yourself the routine, and that is waking up the same time.
That was it.
Strike 3 called. Frank Cora down looking, and Kawakami has his 5th strikeout of the night. McCann pops one up behind first base. Castillo calling off Murphy. One away. A disappointing year for Chicago. Lined into left field, and Escobar has his first hit of the night. That's hit number 8 against Santana. A 1-out single. Double play ball right to Hernandez. Castillo turns it, and for the 2nd straight inning, a 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. This one of the routine. There you go. That's a good call. Infante nicely to his right, and Sullivan retired for the first time tonight. Drives this one toward the gap in right center field. That's going to be up the alley and off the top of the fence. Tatis holds at second base with a 1-out double. 14th double of the year for Fernando as he took it the other way. Infante makes the play on Schneider for the 2nd out as Tatis moves over to 3rd. Right back to Kawakami, who snags it to the out and then puts a little mustard on it to boot. Another one pulled into right field. Well, he kept trying to get that fastball in on LaRoche, and LaRoche kept pulling it and finally hit one fair.
Pretty impressive at bat for Adam.
Broken back grounder. Castillo makes the turn to get the force at second. Nicely handled by Castillo, who made sure he got one.
Adirondack and Louisville Slugger, of course, and then Adirondack was bought out by Rawlings,
who's 1 for 2, sacrifice fly, and had a base hit his last time. Hits one out to left for Sullivan to handle. And so Santana is through 7. He's due to lead off at the bottom of the inning with the Mets down 3-1 to make his return to action.
Well, that might be the reasoning there. I told Church got a nice jump on that one.
That retires Reed for the first out. And I think you're right. And now after Tommy John surgery and all that rehab, he's getting ready for his return. And Pagan has himself a base hit. First of the night for Angel, and the Mets will get the tying run to the plate here in the 7th against Kawakami. Potential double play ball. Infante to Escobar, and despite the good slide by Pagan, the Braves turn the double play 4-6-3. Left before the August 31st deadline.
Well, you bet the house that there's scouts here.
Struck him out. Billy Wagner strikes out the first big league batter he faces in more than a year.
I had a hunch they were going to give Chipper the 3-0 hit sign.
Frank Kerr over for a look, and he's there to make the grab. Ball stayed fair for the second out. He struck him out. A spectacular return for Billy Wagner. And Murphy cracks one to right field. Late start for Diaz, but he gets back there to grab it, one away. 2-2 from Gonzalez. Change up, bounce to third. Another broken bat as Chipper's throw is wide, and LaRoche came off the bag. And Francoeur is safe. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got it. 3-1. And the breaking ball misses, ball 4.
Other way in the outfield.
Line right center field, falling in, base hit. Around third comes Francoeur. He'll score. Church wisely throws to third. It's an RBI single for Almir Santos, and the Mets draw within a run. 3-2 Atlanta. 2-0 to Hernandez. Swinging, and he grounds one right to the second baseman, Infante. And the Mets will settle for just 1 run in the bottom of the 8th. Santos with the pinch hit RBI single. Ball 4, and K-Rod walks the first man to face him. And Diaz asked to bunt. Frankie's got to play at second. Gets the out there. No relay.
Well, I don't agree with that. And
a save situation. There goes Diaz. Pitches high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Frankie Rodriguez. And now the Braves hit hard to second. Should be 2. Castillo the backhand flip, and Hernandez does the rest. Mets turn their third double play of the night. 4-6-3. Reached for it, blooped, shallow center, and Church is in just the right spot. 1 away. Pagan lifts one to center field, pretty deep, but Church is back and has room and runs it down for the second out. Line over short, a base hit for Castillo, and the tying run is aboard. Another 2-hit game for Luis Castillo.
Boy, he is just
single to left back in the third. And he pops it up. Chipper Jones waiting for it to come down. And the ball game is over. Soriano saves it for Kenshin Kawakami as the Braves beat Johan Santana and take 2 out of 3 in the series.
Well, a fine ball game tonight, and a night that Santana did not have his command, his good fastball. He just pitched through it. Went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, and here's the final out.